All right, folks, this is experienced. Well, it's actually intermediate all the way down to kind of an advanced beginner guitar tune, Stray Cat Strut, written by Brian Setzer. I'm going to go through the strumming pattern for it, and then I'm going to go through each of the lead bits. So the song has a dropping bass line that's very identifiable. It starts on a C note, which is the 8th fret of the low E string. I'm just going to play you the bass line first. And that would be 8, so that's C, B flat, which is 6, A flat, which is 4, and G. Or you could call it C, A sharp, G sharp, G. Either way, that's the bass line. Now, the chords that are being played are played in the E structure of a bar chord. And the first one is C minor. So I would play, I would bar the whole 8th fret with my index pointer finger. And then I would play my pinky and my ring on the 10th fret of the D, A and D strings. Kind of like I was playing an E minor over here, just like an E minor. But I'm playing it all the way up here on the between the 8th and 10th frets. So 8th for my index and 10th for my other fingers. And so that's the first chord. Everything else is a 7th or a major. You can pick. But if you were playing a 7th, I would go like this. My next chord, I would go to that 6th fret, and I could play it like a couple ways. I could play it as though it were an E7 like this, which is an E with my pinky up. Or I could play it with my pinky down here on the B string of the, like that. You're gonna have to go look up those E7s, but I'm playing them like this. Or like this. Or like this. So I can play a 7, which is like an E, but my pinky finger is up. I can put my pinky finger down on the corresponding B string of the 3rd fret, so you can see my middle finger's on the, I'm going to call this the first, like the nut. So this is on the 1st fret from the nut, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd string, 5th string, 2nd string. So whichever pattern you choose, it would sound like this. I would have that minor chord and then some 7ths. If I played it the other way with the other 7ths, it could sound like this. Anyway, sounds nice. It even sounds fine just playing majors after you've played that minor. So that running line takes like 85% of the song. That's the first part of the chorus. That's the intro. After that, this is all. And then all of the first verses, black and orange stray cat sitting on a fence. So that's kind of this. You listen to the song a couple times, you'll pick up on it. The second part of the, I don't know if they call it a chorus or the verse, but it's this again, this same structure, but I'm moving it all up to the A string. So instead of this, I'm now doing this. Same structure, but on the A string. And same structure as well. Minor, 7ths. And that's for the second, I don't know if they call it a verse or a second chorus, or a chorus or a second verse, but that's the stray cat strut, I'm a lady's cat. Feel like Casanova, hey. How about that? I get a shoe thrown at me by a mean old man. I get my dinner from a garbage can. that second part. So the only other strumming part is the I don't bother chasing mice around, and it's pretty simple. It starts on this minor of the A chord right here, same part to that beginning of the chorus with the stray cat strut, I'm a lady. So right there. I don't bother chasing mice, and it goes down to the original position. Around. I slink from the alley, it goes back again, looking for a fight. And now it's going to move up beyond this. This is a C minor. It's going to move up to here to the D. And I'm struggling to remember if that's going to be a major or a minor chord. Give me 1 second here. I don't bother chasing mice around. So that is a 7th chord. So I don't bother chasing mice around. Slink from the alleys looking for a fight. And it goes to the D7th right here. Howling at the moonlight, and it drops down, same spot again, to the G7, on a hot summer night. And then it just goes back to the start. So I'm going to play all 3 parts in order, and I won't really sing, but I'll just kind of start it off, right? This is the and black and orange stray cat sitting on a fence. And then this part, stray cat strut, I'm a lady's cat, a feline Casanova, hey, how about that? And then the last part, don't bother chasing mice around. Slink from the alleys looking for a fight, howling at the moonlight on a hot summer night, singing the blues while the lake, and then it goes back. The nice thing about this song is an acoustic or electric. It sounds really awesome when you're playing that descending bass, and a lot of people know that tune, so that's a great one to play along with. I will now do the electric. Actually, you know what, I'm going to do it in a separate video. I'll do the leads in a separate video. All right. As per usual, if you have any questions, please ask.